A show brought to you through the courtesy of Zetro International, Universal Hardware, Moya Shepherd and Company Limited, Nortevision. Good night, and thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Zenaida Moya. Tonight, we will be discussing with the two young entrepreneurs. On my right, Salim Hoy, and on my left, Alan the Real McCoy. We'll be discussing about their profession and their businesses, the challenges they face, as well as the opportunities that they see for young people and young at heart who are ready to become entrepreneurs. Salim Hoy is a Taiwan ICDF, or International Cooperation and Development Fund scholarship recipient. He earned his bachelor's degree in business administration from National Cheng Chi University in Taiwan, where he later applied and received a scholarship to do his international master's degree in business administration at National Taipei University of Technology. Upon his return, Salim signed up for the competition Carpe Diem, which means seize the day, the rising entrepreneur, and he was successful in getting funding to start his business, Scubble. You'll hear and see more about his new business, Scubble. Alan McCoy. Alan is a mechanic and a solo musician. He was born and raised as well in Belize City on March 24, 1994. He graduated, so your birthday is coming right around the bend. I think when is it? March, yeah. March, that's next week, right? March 24th. He graduated from Gwen Lizaraga High School in 2011, and he has been working with his father as a mechanic. However, Alan has had his aspirations to become a musician, and he has been promoting his music for quite some time. And he has started doing his live musical performances since April 2016. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Now, both of these individuals, I must say, I've known them for years now. Alan from a baby. Salim right. For years, yes. My gosh, a long, long time. So both of them, I'm very proud of both of them. They're very decent young men, and I'm very proud to have both of them on the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
And they come from very good family, I might add. Alan, both of his parents are my schoolmates. So he's Alan McCoy Jr. I guess your father, Alan McCoy Sr., who was in my class at St. Ignatius, is yes. Watching, and my schoolmate, Beverly McCoy, Muhammad Ali, before she was married. Mm-hmm. She and I were at Palote High School together. That's right. So yes, I know him. Yes, so both my schoolmates, Sundays, and of course, Salim's mother and father, both my very good friends, and of course, Azizi. So, you know, it's definitely a pleasure. Now, as is usual, we're going to have a call-in segment at 9 p.m. So if you wish to make a comment, ask any questions of our guests, you can do so. But I'll ask you to kindly turn down the volume on your television or your computer before you call in. And if you're calling from abroad or via Viber or whatever means, I'll ask you to kindly just simply talk into the phone. Talk as though you're talking regularly on the phone. No need to listen because you may hear a feedback, especially if you haven't turned on your volume. So please turn on your volume. The number will be shown at the time, but for your sake, if you want to jot it down from now, it's going to be 302-2170. And you'll also be able to message us via the Zenaida Moya Facebook page or the Zenaida Moya YouTube channel if you're viewing us via those means. Now, Alan, let me start with you. What made you decide that you wanted to do music?
Well, prior to all of this, first thing I had to take music classes from back in 2013 with Mr. Bradshaw, the man who teaches in Wesley College. He taught me how to play the saxophone, and I had to pick it up on my own. Then after that, he also taught me to play trumpet and other brass instruments. But before all of that, the first instrument I used to pick up at the age of 6 was pianos and keyboards. That was the first thing I used to pick up.
Yes, because I've seen you with the piano. Very good.
Thank
Very,
you.
very, 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 very talented. Very talented individual. And Salim, I know both your parents are entrepreneurs, and of course, Alan, your father is a mechanic. He's an entrepreneur.
That's right.
Salim, what made you decide to venture into the business arena and become an entrepreneur?
Well, I had a promise to myself that when I come back from Taiwan, I'd love to own something, and something that could change or affect Belizean lives positively. And two things that I noted every summer that I was here in Belize was that one, we lack a variety of entertainment in Belize, and the healthy lifestyle is picking up a lot in Belize. Every summer I came, I saw more people, going on diets or trying to find out the best workout or something like that. So I wanted to bring something unique from abroad, something that would incorporate fun, but something of a healthy lifestyle at the same time, and start changing people's lives. And
I like that. I like that. I'm always into health, and I'm always hoping that there will be an avenue whereby, Belizeans, people in general, but in this case, I'm going to relate it directly to Belizeans, that they can start doing something fun and at the same time do something whereby it'll help them to be fit.
Because most people, they want to work out, but they say, this repetition over again.
Yes.
So if you could incorporate something fun while the person not knowing he's working out, it's something that works effective.
And both your parents are entrepreneurs as well. Do you think that influenced in any way?
Yes, it did influence a lot. Owning, something to own of your own, to call that, you did it, you started it, the challenges you have to face. There's many challenges along the way, so it's not something successful that goes right along the way. So there's many disappointments that you have to face, but I like, an inspiring marketer says, if you're not passionate about it and you're not changing people's lives, then don't do it, because you'll fail.
Very good. So Rashida and Johoy,
Yes, that's correct.
those are your parents?
Yes, those are my parents.
Those are your parents, and the famous Juanitas?
Yes, the famous Juanitas store.
They've managed it, and you have been in that store as well,
Yes,
right?
yes, I've
Haven't
worked
you?
in it as well, managing, promoting.
So you know all about it, and right on Albert
Yes,
Street.
That's right, that's correct.
Okay. Now, Alan, your father has been a mechanic, and of course, my good friend Bev, well, she works in insurance business,
That's
right?
Well, no, she works at the Belize Credit Union League.
At the Belize Credit Union League. Did Alan, did your father, I call her Alan, but your father, Alan Senior, did him being an entrepreneur in any way influence you to want to venture into doing your own thing?
Well,
Or you just, even if he, I don't know, work with the government and so forth, you think you still may do your own thing?
well, it all depends. It all depends whether if I still work on my musical stuff or mechanic, because it doesn't make a difference, That's one of my favorite things.
All right. We also know that you were born on Crewman Road, and then you, at the age of 2, you told me that you moved to 4 Miles Western Highway, which is both on the south side of Belize City.
Yeah,
And at age 4, you moved to Ladyville,
Fiesta del Mar.
and 14 to Buttonwood Bay on the north side.
Yes.
And it was at the age of 17 that you moved back to the south side at three and a half miles Western Highway. Now, do you think living on both the north and south side, do you think that helped you to have that in you to want to be an entrepreneur? Or you think, I mean, did living on either north or south side help you? Do you think there were additional benefits to living on any of the side?
Well, I would say it does. Living on the north side, I would say it's good, but sometimes living on the south side, it could be 50-50 chance either dangerous or not. Because if I ever live on the south side, I usually keep myself in my room, door closed and all those stuff.
Okay. And Salim, you pretty much grew up most of your life on the north side in Kings Park, and it wasn't, so while your parents moved around when was it, 2010 to Albert Street, which is technically the what they say, it's like the east side of the south side of Belize. You were in Taiwan, so you did not experience growing up on the south side until you moved back at the age of 20.
Yes, that's correct.
So, so most of your life you've been living on the north side.
Yes, that's correct.
What's the difference? I mean, is there any difference that you've now felt living on the south side versus the north side? And do you think it also has it been any positive living on the south side, or?
Well, when I was living in Kings Park, life was comfortable. There wasn't much creativity to think on the entrepreneurial side. But once I moved to Albert Street, you start seeing the challenges of the people and everything, and you start getting inspired. And that's the main reason why when I created my business, Cobble, the number one thing I wanted to incorporate was that the prices be affordable for everyone to be able to enjoy a kind of entertainment that also, helps you lose weight, build your muscles, your abs, but, everybody could join in a fun game. And so this all came together. It all inspired into one thing at the end of 7 years of study.
Very good. Okay. We have to go to our first ad break, but when we return, we're gonna see Alan in action. He's gonna be playing the song "Just the Way You Are" by Billy Joel, so you'll get a feel of what Alan does as a musician. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
The circle starts with solid support and a smile. This is real life. With its ups and its downs. This is going the extra mile. And the feeling you get when you can help someone along their journey. Through the twists and turns, we're here. This is Western Union, making sure your support reaches its destination. This is Western Union, moving money for better.
How long it's been since you had a good night laugh? Well, on Friday, March 31st, the Bliss Center for Performing Arts comes alive with the biggest stand-up comedy show called Belizeans Got Jokes Too. Presenting on stage Belize's finest comedians coming out of Cayo, Leo Mangar, new talent, Mr. Habit. Introducing Facebook star Jennifer Burrows, and straight out of Sugar City, Belize's #1 comedian, Dylan Jones, hosted by yours truly, Robert Checky Usher. Showtime, 8 p.m. sharp. Audience get to be part of the halftime comedy competition and win grand door prizes. General admission, only $10. Reserve $20. Tickets available at The Bliss or call 626-4882 or 600-5769. Brought to you by Pepsi, Zeta Auto Parts, Zitro Western Union, A&R Enterprises Limited, Sarah Cabania's Used Clothing, Niche, and Sutherland Top Value Store.
You too can ride off into the sunset. Milon motorbikes are very affordable. There's a high availability for parts and a wide selection of models to choose from. My Milon, my bike. Available countrywide.
Buying or selling land can be a daunting experience. Don't leave things to chance. When buying or selling land in Belize, seek the professional real estate services of Moya Shepherd and Company Limited. Benefit from our extensive local and international network to find your dream home or to move your property from selling to sold. Our land consultancy services also include appraisals, conveyances, registrations, surveys, transfers, title searches, and the preparation of all other legal documentation and land transaction processes. We are located at 5 miles Philip Coulson Highway. Give us a call at 223-4465 or visit us at www.realestatebz.com.
Welcome back to the Zenaida Moya show. I promise you that this is going to be fun and entertaining. Of course, as usual, informative, educational, and empowering. But right now, as I told you, we have Mr. Alan McCoy Jr. He is a musician, as well as Mr. Salim Hoy. He will be showing us a bit about Scobble. However, let us go directly to Alan. Alan will be playing, what's the song? Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. Taking away, Alan. To discover your talent. At the end of the day, it's all about what is in you. supporting. Tell us some of the challenges that you have faced.
Well, some of the challenges was mainly the beginning, since we have it at our bar field, and because we have it behind the fence, most people would look at it and they say, "Are you selling those bubbles?" Or they'd say, "Oh, look, that's the game we saw on TV. Probably
Yes.
it's a private function. We shouldn't go in, or maybe we have to pay an entrance fee." But it's none of the above, and this is where the marketing plays in. And even like that, after being on like 3 shows, marketing all over Facebook,
Yes.
there's still like, people are still hesitant to come in, and those
Hopefully they'll be able to show very shortly a little bit of the
Scubble.
footage of the Scubble game.
Yes.
So hopefully they can show that. But go
Yes.
ahead.
And well, this has been probably the only challenge I have had since, of course, I would have with the starting investment if I hadn't won this competition.
Yes.
But other than that, this has been the challenge. But
What
you
are we
know,
seeing there?
Well, this is where you see the kids and the people, they're playing the football game. We got 9 different games, so you'll see like different variations happening here, and it's fun.
It's fun. But you said they're also exercising, didn't you say that?
Yes, this is a form of exercising. This is what you call the fun way of exercising. You burn a lot of calories within the first 5 minutes. You're gonna feel it,
Yes.
and every
A lot
time.
of us Belizeans need to lose some, need to burn some calories indeed.
Yes, and you're playing on the field. You open with friends, family. If you want to take your boss and do bump the boss day, that works too. You're
Wow.
engaging your abs every time you fall, and you have to get back up on your feet. This is where the abs get engaged all the time. So it's a really fun
You
way.
said it there was an oxymoron about it.
Oh, yes.
What did you say?
It's the roughest, safest game you'll ever play. Rough because you could play as rough as you like.
Yes.
Because you're actually in a huge human shield.
Yes.
So you're protected at all costs. You see your head is inside the bubble. The bubble is hollow. You won't get claustrophobic. I've had like 2 claustrophobic people come to play, and they said,
Yes.
"Oh, we could actually do this." And they
Yes.
played the half an hour game, and they were fine with it.
Very nice,
Yes.
very nice. Wow. So, was this couple the business like when you returned back from Taiwan, right?
Yes.
Was it this that you wanted to get into, or was it that, oh well, I don't know what to do,
Well, from the summers
is
I
it?
came, I noted the 2 things like I told you, the entertainment and the exercise part, and it was something that I wanted to be the first to bring it. And once I've made up my mind after observing every summer of coming, I said, this is the game that I want to bring, this is what I want to start. And of course the people take a while to digest it, but after you've given someone to try something and they see how nice it is, it becomes smooth after that. After that I started getting parties, charities, all kind of things, family days that I've already done, which I've had on my Facebook page already.
So you've had no regrets starting this?
No regrets.
No
It's been
regrets.
fun just being on the field, seeing how people, have fun. They could play as rough as they want, feel safe. It's a good feeling.
Looking to a positive future
Yes.
of it. Now, Alan, I have to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about some of the challenges you face as a young musician entering a field of a lot of talented Belizean musicians.
Mm-hmm.
Have the red carpet been rolled out for you since you were young and all that?
Well, it was all, yes, it is. The red carpet had been rolled.
Your email is called Handsome Boy. Man, when the man tell me email, that seriously email a Handsome Boy. It's not your email?
That's right.
Handsome Boy. So I guess the carpet got rolled right out for you, the red carpet, sure?
That's right.
No, but seriously, what are some of the challenges? Did you have any challenges at all?
Well, well, I have a minor challenges, because for example, like whenever no bookings occur, I just wait like a few weeks or so to give it enough time. Another thing is, I want to discuss about the last performance, right? The last performance that I did back in July 2016, that was when I did it with Iconic Designs, right? I was performing 2 songs. I was about to do a 3rd performance. However, the owner of this place, Peter Lawrence, became very, very disrespectful and very racist, because This is not the first time he have done all kind of craziness. He have done it to everybody several times. So I would advise to everybody that not to book for his hotels, Caribbean Villas, and Pedro's Inn, and that's why I used to stay there before, until he kicked us out for no reason.
Okay, and as I've always used to said, the views expressed on this show by our guests are the views of our guests and not. And what advice would you give to other young persons or young at heart who are watching this show and would like to start his or her own business?
Well,
Because how old are you, Alan?
22 and I will be 23 this month.
Yeah, you'll be 23 this month. Yeah, so, I mean, you're very young. You started out very young, right? I recall my father used to tell me at the age of 19, he was already an entrepreneur. And so I love to be amongst entrepreneurs. I love it. That's what I'm doing. And it gives you a high to know that you are achieving something on your own. You work a lot harder. Because when the regular worker, they work 8 to 5, you're not 8 to 5.
You're all day.
You're all day. Because
all day thinking of how do I make it better.
Exactly. So midnight you still the work, 1 o'clock you still the work, but the point is you enjoy it, right?
That's right.
You enjoy it. So tell us, tell us some advice.
Well, one of the most main advice is to all the youths out there who are in the streets, I will advise them to drop all guns, weapons, and all knives, and stop all the crime and violence, because you have been hearing complaints that mothers are crying on why their sons are being killed and all of this. So what I advise all youths, if they want to become musicians, the most important thing you have to drop all of these negative weapons and stuff, grab a musical instrument, and start to practice them every day, so you could become very, very talented.
And see, that's the thing. You can be a very talented musician. I mean, it would be something that you have to practice.
That's right.
You know, it's not something like, for example, maybe there's something else. Maybe you need a particular height or weight or all that, man. Practice. You have to want to do it, but you have to put in the hours.
That's right.
Now, Salim, you were fortunate to have been the recipient, right, of a scholarship and all that. What opportunities do you see out there for young entrepreneurs who may not have the backing of their parents or maybe their neighbors or whoever financier? What would you speak on that? What would you tell them?
Apart, it's not bad to be a dreamer, but you also have to know how much work comes with it. So yeah. Night you're sleeping, you're dreaming about it, and you just go through with it no matter what family tell you or what your friends tell you. Because I'll tell you, if they're telling you something negative, it's because they know it's going to work. And especially friends that might hate that you came up with it first or you're going to go through with it. So take it as a compliment, use it as fire to move forward and make something, innovate things for Belize. Belize is a place where you could create something for the first time, unlike other countries. And once you're there, you're going to enjoy it all the way.
Yeah, as I've been fortunate to be in different different arenas, if you want to call it that way, and doing
To
business.
innovate all the time.
You can't be shy, right?
You can't be shy. You're gonna fail if you're shy.
Yeah, you can't be
Yeah.
shy. You have to be
You have to
very
be
assertive,
right.
assertive. You have to own yourself.
That's right.
You understand? But anyway, we have to go to our second ad break. And when we come back, we are going to see Salim. He's going to demonstrate to us. I mean, not that we're going to see Salim rolling in this cobble bubble ball, but we're going to see one of these cobble, you call it the cobble bubble ball?
Yeah.
Close up, and he's gonna do a minor demonstration or discuss.
put it on.
Yes. So we're gonna go to our ad break. Watch our ads. Make sure you support all these companies that are supporting the Zenaida Moya show to ensure that you get to see and discuss these different important economically empowering topics. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Want a great looking yard that's easy to maintain? Take the hard work out of yard work with Shindaiwa's easy to use lineup of high performance outdoor power equipment. Shindaiwa brush cutters and trimmers give you professional power that's reliable, comfortable, and durable. Backed by the industry's best warranty, put Shindaiwa outdoor equipment in your hands and take the hard work out of yard work. See the full line of Shindaiwa equipment at Universal Hardware in Belize City or Spanish Lookout.
The circle starts with solid support and a smile. This is real life. With its ups and its downs. This is going the extra mile. And the feeling you get when you can help someone along their journey. Through the twists and turns, we're here. This is Western Union, making sure your support reaches its destination. This is Western Union, moving money for better.
Buying or selling land can be a daunting experience. Don't leave things to chance. When buying or selling land in Belize, seek the professional real estate services of Moya Shepherd and Company Limited. Benefit from our extensive local and international network to find your dream home or to move your property from selling to sold. Our land consultancy services also include appraisals, conveyances, registrations, surveys, transfers, title searches, and the preparation of all other legal documentation and land transaction processes. We are located at 5 miles Philip Coulson Highway. Give us a call at 223-4465 or visit us at www.realestatebz.com.
How long it's been since you had a good night laugh? Well, on Friday, March 31st, the Bliss Center for Performing Arts comes alive with the biggest stand-up comedy show called Belizeans Got Jokes Too. Presenting on stage Belize's finest comedians coming out of Cayo, Leo Mangar, new talent, Mr. Habit. Introducing Facebook star Jennifer Burrows, and straight out of Sugar City, Belize's #1 comedian, Dylan Jones, hosted by yours truly, Robert Checky Usher. Showtime, 8 p.m. sharp. Audience get to be part of the halftime comedy competition and win grand door prizes. General admission, only $10. Reserve $20. Tickets available at The Bliss or call 626-4882 or 600-5769. Brought to you by Pepsi, Zeta Auto Parts, Zitro Western Union, A&R Enterprises Limited, Sarah Cabanas Used Clothing, Niche, and Sutherland Top Value Store.
Here with us is Alan McCoy, Alan the real McCoy.
Thanks again.
All right, but now we're gonna see Mr. Salim Hoy in action, and we're gonna hear a little bit more about Scubble. So he's gonna do some demonstrations. So let's turn to Salim.
So this is the bubble that we use in the Scuttle games. So I'll just demonstrate how exactly to put it on. So what you want to do is just tilt the bubble like this. So as you could see, there's two harness. The harness here and the handles here. So you basically just put it on like a school bag. Put one foot up.
Oh my.
Okay, like
Put it
that. Okay, very nice. That looks
Wow, that looks amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Big
that looks-
human shield.
Yes.
If you want to talk, just go down.
Yo.
Oh my
And
god.
then whenever you want to fall, to come out, just fall down.
Oh my.
Very nice, very nice.
Then
That
you
looks
slide out and you're fully protected.
okay. Very nice.
Yeah. So that's the bubble for Scout.
Okay, very nice. That looks like something like when I was a little girl, I used to dream about being in a bubble.
Yo.
But I never knew that I would see a big bubble that can actually hold you, and then you're still able to do some exercise, because you said it's the cardio, and that's something I'm
Intensive
always looking,
cardio.
because it helps your abdomen and I guess
Yes.
makes you keep
So once
fit.
you fall down and you try to get back up, you're engaging the abs at all times.
Okay.
While you're running and bouncing, you're burning calories. So it's a very intensive cardio muscle sport.
About how long can somebody stay in that and be,
Well, the
be
game's
active?
usually half an hour. We always say 10 minutes play, 10 minutes break, 10 minutes break. Sorry, 10 minutes play. But they usually get tired within the first 6 minutes, 5
Oh.
to 6 minutes.
Okay.
So we need that break.
So someone like me that is in full tip-top shape, I
Yeah.
probably can do it for half an hour.
I've had a fit
Just
guy
kidding.
about 6 feet tell me, begging me for the break, and he's only had what, 4 minutes in the bubble.
Okay, I probably
Yeah.
would ask for 3 minutes.
Yo.
No, but I think I can run some long distance. So maybe stamina I could hold up for
the
maybe
best
a
part
good.
is you could do some nice flips in the bubble.
Oh my gosh, that sounds
So
wonderful.
while outside it looks like you're going fast, inside it feels more like a slow motion kind of flip.
Sounds good. I see you have a little one too. That's for the little children,
Yeah,
right?
this is for the children. So anywhere from 4 feet to 5 feet, you'll
Uh-huh.
use the kids bubble. From 5 feet and up, we'll use the adult bubble. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
these are the two human shields.
and any all over Belize they'll be able to deal with this, right? All over Belize they can
Well,
access Cobble.
yes. At the moment, we have it at our bar every Saturday and Sunday. But this week, we'll go to introduce it at Cayo for the first time on Saturday at the Macal Park, right in front of Hodes. And gradually, we'll bring it to Orange Walk and other districts so that everybody could test the Scubble games.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Salim. All right, Alan, what do you think about that? You think you could do that? You look like you're someone who would take up that challenge.
Well, I wouldn't mind take that challenge, yeah, but it'll be good.
Well, Salim, I know you had invited me, I think a couple weeks back, but I had another engagement on that same day. But I did want to take up the challenge. I was going to take my little Kelvin. He's 7 years old. Could he fit in that?
If he's at least 4 feet, yes.
No, I'm not sure. He's tall for his age. I think at least tall is relative. I'm not sure. He's no, but I don't think so. He's probably maybe here, I guess.
Yeah, that would be fine.
That would be fine.
I've had at least a minimum of a kid that was 3 feet that was playing, and he went
Play?
for the 30 minutes straight without a single break.
Okay, yeah, I'm like 5'5", so he's like here. So I don't know how tall is my head. I don't know. The point is, I think he's like here.
Yeah, he'll be able to fit. He'll do the kids bubble quite fine.
Okay, so now I want to get back because we're discussing entrepreneurship, and I know we will go to our third ad break just so we can see Alan in action, and then we're going to open up the phone lines when we get back. Because I know that there are other persons out there who have not had the support, because I've been discussing both of you, but both of you have both your parents. you are almost an exception. I'll be frank with you, no? You're an exception as someone who has walked all over Belize City and many parts of Belize. I know that I have been in homes whereby their children are not, young people aren't that fortunate like you. You guys have two extremely supportive sets of parents. I mean, I know your parents, I mean, they're, man, you're a junior. They give you the name Junior, that tells it all. You understand?
Sorry.
And you're my ball as well. So the point is that you have extremely supportive parents, Alan. You, Salim, I mean, Rashida and Joe, I mean, without a doubt, they love you, love you, love you. I mean, everything, they love you. And so you're fortunate. You guys are probably the exception to the rule. I've been fortunate to have had two parents that were there for me right through.
Yes.
My father is no longer alive, but extremely supportive and so forth. And that's where I gathered my entrepreneurial spirit, because I'll be frank with you, from I was a little girl, I've been an entrepreneur. When I was, let me tell the viewers and yourselves, from when I was a little girl, I'd say around 8 years old, when my family would go, because we always went to fishing or would go and go to the farm, we'd pick cocoa plums and different fruits. When my family were there, I would ensure I took plastic bags. And I would hand them the plastic bags, right? So my younger sister, my brother, I hand them the plastic bags. So no, pick, man, pick. And I make sure they pick. And at the end, I just gather the plastic bags, because after that, I would take the fruits, wash them. That's a Sunday. And Monday morning, I would be taking those fruits to school to sell. I would be making my money.
Yeah.
You understand? And then when my father, he would go to Mill Church at the mall. Every other week he would go, and like on a Saturday, and he would go and he'd drive in his vehicle. I would go with my father, and my father would go there, and while he goes there, and because he used to do retail and wholesale, right?
Wow.
Dry goods and so forth, sometimes fruits, dry goods, all kinds of things. When he's buying his stuff, I'm taking my money and I did turn it over.
Yeah.
You know, I'm buying my products too, and I would take, for example, sweets with little medals. So you have your sweets with plastic medals or different items, and I would take it to St. Ignatius Primary School on Euphrates Avenue. And I would literally stand there as you walk in on the big steps, stand there, and I would sell my stuff. And I would have my long line waiting there to buy my stuff.
Yes.
And again, my mother, she would make different fudge, cotterbrot, different tableta, and different what you call a tambran sweet. And I would, I used to put those things in half. And so I would, by the time we were walking, my sisters and I, cut in half, and I go and I sell it. So my mother gets her full what she expected to get, and I get that full amount as well. And I would save that, and I would take that money and put it in Holy Redeemer Credit Union. And I have been saving from a little girl at that credit union. You understand?
Yes.
So the entrepreneurial spirit is in me. I enjoy it. And I have no shame in my game. I am going to make sure that whatever I put my mind to it, and if it means that you have to promote it, like what I'm doing right now, I enjoy it. So that's what you have to do.
Reminds me when me and my brother and I used to sell little puppies on Albert Street when
Yes.
we were small. Even when I was in Taiwan, I would go from, I'd sell things online, go to MRTs to wait for the people. This is how I started building my confidence. Before I went to Taiwan, I didn't have that much confidence. But after I came a changed person. I was able to open my eyes to new cultures, thinkings, ways of doing things. It's the place where I lost all my shame.
I can understand you, because I think the first time I went to Taiwan, I think it was maybe around 2002 or 2003, something like that. The first time I went, and I learned then, I went to a ICDF training as well. It was a training on microfinance, right?
Okay.
I was just the registrar of cooperatives. I was the registrar of cooperatives at the time, cooperatives and credit unions. And what I learned, I think they had said it was around 85% of the population back then were entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And they took us around and they showed us, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I was pleased to see that people were all into entrepreneurship. I loved it.
You're surrounded by that.
Yes, so the so-called small man and small woman, they were really making good business.
There's no shame, no judgment, nothing. You just do what you have to do, and you know, once you get what you want done, you're good to go.
And so, Alan, our Belizeans, you think that, I mean, we talk sometimes, you hear some Belizeans saying, oh, you know, the Salvadoran will come in and they take over all with job, or everybody want to buy tacos from the Salvadoran or the Nicaraguan or Guatemalan. You think there's any reason to that? You think, or do you think our Belizeans can get up and there's many nice, delicious food that those other persons can't make, but our Belizeans have the capacity, they can make it the best, or whatever it is?
That's right. It all depends.
It all depends, Alan. Alan is a man of few words. But I'll tell you, your mother has also done food, right?
Yes, she's also done food.
And so it's not only Juanita's.
No, she started very small, and now she does catering of hundreds of orders. Once she did for a sports day of 100 plates for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 300 in that day. And now she's expanding as she goes, and soon opening on Albert Street again. So
you see?
Yeah, I mean, it's scary, and with the economy and everything, but if you don't push it, you really don't know how close you are to that gold mine if you don't keep digging.
And that's what we want to bring tonight. We're going to go in a short while. We're going to go to an ad break so that Alan can set up so we can hear from him and then go straight into the call-in segment. But I really want to get this to our Belizeans. Listen, nobody's going to bring anything to you. Not the government, not your friends, not your family, not your neighbors, not your school, not your teachers. Nobody's going to bring anything to you. You have to make it work. You have to look within yourself and see what kind of talent you have, or probably can shine up and make better and make something of yourself. It's a global world we live in. We have the internet. And sometimes we may look at it and we may say, well, Belize is a small country.
That's right.
We don't have an audience, you know? We don't have enough audience, or maybe we don't have enough consumers to buy our products or services. The world is here. The world is right here. They're coming in every day. You understand? And so we have to make sure that we are prepared. That means that no longer can we say, oh, I don't want to know nothing else. I just want to have one of their phone where I just got numbers and I just press numbers. No, man. This right here, for example, this is my computer. I may have a computer. It's easy for me to write. But when I'm on the go, my phone also is my work, is my workplace. Because it's a smartphone and it allows me to be able to access my business. So you have to make things work for you, all right? And I guess that's why online business is also a big business as well. So
That's right.
we are going to move to that. But before we go on, we're gonna go to our third and final ad break. And when we come back, we are going to see Mr. Alan, the real McCoy, in action. He is going to be playing the song Kaya,
Done by Bob Marley.
done by Bob Marley. So stay tuned. We will be right back after these messages.
Buying or selling land can be a daunting experience. Don't leave things to chance. When buying or selling land in Belize, Seek the professional real estate services of Moya Shepherd and Company Limited. Benefit from our extensive local and international network to find your dream home or to move your property from selling to sold. Our land consultancy services also include appraisals, conveyances, registrations, surveys, transfers, title searches, and the preparation of all other legal documentation and land transaction processes. We are located at 5 miles Philip Coulson Highway. Give us a call at 223-4465 or visit us at www.realestatebz.com.
I just got tired of making someone else rich. It's time I do something for me. I was a bit nervous at first, but I went and I got all the equipment I needed at Universal Hardware. I know that even after sale, they will stay with me for the life of the equipment. I have a peace of mind with service and reliability and more time with the family. Glad I did. Get the bragging rights you deserve. Visit Universal Hardware for sure.
The circle starts with solid support and a smile. This is real life. With its ups and its downs, this is going the extra mile. And the feeling you get when you can help someone along their journey. Through the twists and turns, we're here. This is Western Union, making sure your support reaches its destination. This is Western Union, moving money for better.
Moya Show. Studio, Mr. Salim Hoy. Of course, as I mentioned not just playing for fun while he enjoys it. This is his business. And yes, you can book him. You can call out to him and make sure that you contact him. If you think you want to hear him at one of your private functions, you can do all that. Alan, take it away.
Thank
It's
you.
Kaya by Bob Marley, no?
That's right.
We like our Bob Marley. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Alan. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. All right. Salim, now one of them. Okay, by the way, we will now open the telephone lines to receive questions or comments to either Salim or, of course, Alan, or even myself if you want. And I ask that you kindly keep your questions short and to the point and possibly directed to example. Of course, kindly turn the volume on your television or your computer. All right, now, Salim, one of the main issues that I have heard from entrepreneurs is that the taxes are stifling them. It's stifling them, and that the government should, in fact, give new business owners a grace period to be able to get up off the ground, get their business off the ground, become viable. Are you prepared now? I mean, I don't know if you've started to pay any taxes, but taxes are real, especially if you live in Belize City.
Yeah.
You got your trade license, you got your different taxes, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
GST and whatever other taxes you need to pay. If it's in the hotel industry, you have your BTB taxes, 9% tax, and you have your different taxes. You have to pay your social security, premiums you have to pay, whatever other taxes and fees. Are you prepared for that? I mean, do you feel that as a young entrepreneur, there should be, something to look at? I mean, in Taiwan, there, at least during my time when I have been there, 85% entrepreneurs, and they have tried to make Taiwan be an enabling environment. You can speak more about that. You've been there for years. Mm-hmm. Does Belize have those enabling environment for entrepreneurs? Do you know?
I think in Belize, it's crazy challenging for you to start something that you want to do, especially if it's something weird. And that's the thing. I think this is one of the main reasons why we don't have many unique things in Belize in terms of entertainment or stuff or whatever kind of business you'd have, because these are the challenges that blocks a person, even though they would be passionate to want it, but not everyone has the money, not anyone wins a competition that gives you the money to start. And in Taiwan, it's much different. The country wants to be the best, mm-hmm. and for a country to be the best, you have to feed your people right, and you have to treat them right. So, I mean, that individual is like the count of the strength of that country. Mm-hmm. So if we could just look more into the youths, give them a chance to start up something, there could be many changes for Belize within the coming years.
Yeah, because a lot of the foreigners, foreign investors that come in, they have access to development concessions.
Yes, sir.
But most Belizeans don't have that access at all.
No, we're not very fortunate.
So it's something to look at, that our Belizeans don't have that support system. It doesn't matter what they want to say. Okay, they have little trainings, or you have. I think Beltrade is trying to do something as small, something. SDRC. Yes. Yeah. And those are good. Those are definitely welcome.
And I have to big them up because for the expo,
Mm-hmm.
where I was supposed to get a booth, and the price
Yes.
was crazy.
Yes.
And for 2 days, I'd say I'm not going to pay that price for 2 days, and I'm not even sure, for something weird like this, how much people are going to look at it or something. And they were able to get me the boot. They're able to help me. So if you have businesses or corporate companies that help you to do this, you could go really far. I mean, just by that, I was able to get a lot of things done, get my clients, many companies to do, family days.
Yes.
And all kind of things. I mean, just a slight help does
Yes.
a lot.
And see, the thing is that you want young persons, and you want, not even, it doesn't have to be young, you want an entrepreneur in general
That's right.
to be able to be successful. Because if that person is successful, that person will more than likely be hiring other persons,
And create more jobs for Belize.
creating more jobs for Belize, and you will have a broader tax base. Because see, right now, the government is suffering, is struggling really. And so the easiest thing, I guess, for them to do is to just continue taxing and increasing taxes.
Yes.
But is that the best for our economy? Most economists will say no. It's not the best thing, but they don't have other alternatives. At least they don't feel. Probably they have other alternatives, so they're taxing and taxing. But if those concessions would also be given to, and I'm not saying to everybody out there, because you need those individuals to take those same training courses
Yes.
that Beltrade may be offering, and so that you know that they're well trained, that they understand how to manage a business, and so that they have the foundation to be able, and I'm not just saying Beltrade offers training, there's other entities and NGOs that offer training, but they would have the relevant foundation to be able to grasp what is being taught to them. And also, and you don't want to only be grasping what is taught to you, because you don't want to restrict your creativity.
Yes, that's true.
You see, lots of training may restrict your creativity, but it's also necessary as it regards to ensure that what you're doing is properly managed, understanding it's a business. So while you may have different assets, if you don't have the cash flow to pay for the different utility bills, your worker wages,
Kill you.
you are going to go out of business. You are going to become bankrupt.
Yeah. And they
So-
say no matter how much you dedicate, at the end, money makes the monkey dance.
So ultimately, I think that a government needs to have a balance, and that's why when the business community will say, okay, well, you need to invest in the productive sector. You need to invest in the productive sector. They're not just saying that, you know. There's a real reason why you need to invest in the productive sector. I mean, and the businesses, you want the businesses to be viable so that ultimately, again, I keep saying it, more people will have opportunity, because not everybody, Alan, is an entrepreneur, right?
Yes, some of them.
Not everybody is an entrepreneur. Not everybody has what it has that push or that drive. There's a lot of persons, they don't want to be entrepreneurs.
None at all.
They're not leaders in that manner. They prefer to follow. They prefer. Sorry. Good night, caller. You're on live.
Hello, I was asking about the about the saxophone, about like how can you book reservation?
I could be reached at 650-7483.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, and
You're
Alan
welcome.
is also on Facebook, no? Alan, the real McCoy.
Yes, you could find me on Facebook at Alan the Real McCoy, and you could find me on Snapchat as the Real Deal McCoy.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
You're
you. Thank you,
welcome.
caller. What? You don't get bookings? You don't look like you don't get bookings, Alan?
That's right.
All right.
So you have to continue to book me all the time, so I could come to your private events or so and perform for you all the time.
Quality music.
Quality music, I will like that. I mean, I have very good friends who are in the music business, and I'm sure that you can learn a lot from them as well, no?
That's right.
The Prophet, Ernesto Bob, that's my buddy.
On the magical keyboard.
On the magical keyboard, Tony Wright. I mean, you all have been doing your stuff, and I have a lot more, but so I won't get into all the names. I know when I was mayor of Belize City, we used to always hire different persons, but one of them, she just passed away, of course.
Leela Vernon.
Leela Vernon, quite a professional woman she was. And of course, Poots, the Titiman Flores, has always been always there as well, among others. So I want to say, we were discussing just now, no? And when I speak to you and I say, okay, the challenges, because it's all fine and dandy to know that you want to start your own business. Many people want to start their own business, but the hundreds of businesses that every sorry, caller. I have to end that. It's too loud. But you can call back. You can call back. But when you call back, kindly lower your volume so that we won't have that feedback. Yes, as I was saying, a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs.
That's right.
But first of all, they may not have the support, and that's something that I already spoke about. That support. Both of you have your parents.
That's right.
All right, and so you have someone to fall back on. I believe. Both of you are educated. Both of you understand or have the capacity to understand that it's a business. So you can't be giving away everything free. Alan, not because one young lady look good and she has her party means that you will just up and go, and every young lady who looks pretty, you are going to go play at her party for free, right?
Well, if they want me to play, they have to. I have to give them the quotation, the price of the amount of the songs that they want me to perform. Depend on how much songs I perform, I will give them the price.
Exactly, and that's what I want to hear, because it's a business. And see, that's the thing. I remember I used to be very close to someone in the music business, and he always would say, because I didn't get it, I was like, do this for free, for free. I say, this is my profession. Yes, exactly. You understand? This is how I make money, you know? I can't do everything for free, and sometimes we feel some people may get upset. Hey man, but why you can't do it for free? Lad, you're getting paid. When will I get paid too?
Exactly.
And so, Salim, are you prepared for that? Because a lot of people look at you and say, but man, gaming. Let's go gaming. Do this. Make we use some of the ball.
Well, you can't walk into any gym and use it for free.
You have to pay if you get inside.
They're expensive, aren't they? These things, and you have to ensure that they're maintained properly. You can't
play it on the concrete. I can't play it on sand. It has to be fully grassed or on a professional basketball court, because those bubbles it costs $9 a leg.
Yeah, I mean, you told me also your saxophone is a bit expensive, Alan.
Well,
like a $100 instrument.
$1,000.
$1,000. Yeah,
$1,000. I ordered it from the USA.
You see, so this isn't. So both of you have your equipment, your tools that cost.
Yeah,
that's right.
So what would you say to those individuals who may not have immediate access, like I told you, to the scholarship? How about credit unions?
Yeah, of course you could.
Maybe banks, credit union. I like my credit union. I always think being a member from you are very small. You know, you earn that right to be called a member. You call yourself a member, you are a member, and whichever credit union that you become a part of, you then have you can go and ask for a credit, no?
Yes,
that's right.
So that's another avenue. Have any of you ever thought about utilizing that medium?
I was going to use it if I hadn't won the competition.
Yes.
That would have been because the idea was I was going to do this business in Belize.
Mm-hmm.
It was an opportunity to, help the people that hate going to gyms or hate the idea of exercising, but how could I incorporate it for them to have fun without actually knowing that they're exercising? I said it's perfect idea. So if I don't, if this competition doesn't give me the way to start, then that would be plan B.
Mm-hmm. So, but from very young, you have to be a member. From very young.
Yes, that's correct.
Because, see, it's about saving. And if you don't save and you don't have the adequate shares, it won't be easy for you to get a loan. So you still have to ensure you have those shares.
You have to learn how to budget from small, how to save those little bucks no matter what you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
Selling puppies, selling Orisa.
Man, I used to sell all kind of stuff, fruits.
Yeah.
I used to sell all kind of dry goods,
It's
food.
all about giving up your shame, and it's actually, if I say that, it wouldn't be right because it's not a shameful thing to do.
Mhm.
It's actually something honest and humble.
But you know why you said that? Because for a long time, it has been taught to us that, being well off means that you have a nice job in an office, that someone hires you and you go work for somebody else, which is
Right.
the opposite in a country like Taiwan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's the total opposite. They don't want you to be, you get up and you depend on anybody for a job. No man, get up and understand that you start your own job. So what you said about shame, a lot of people used to think that being an entrepreneur, when they see somebody pushing a cart, do you know some people look down on those individuals? They literally look down on those individuals. So,
It's like my grandmother, she started as a supermarket in Belize, and then she was the first one to bring the first black and white TV to Belize. And you start from something, gradually you be more successful and you go up. And once you climb the ladder, it's the best experience you could have.
So I want to know, because we have to come to a close, and so I want to give you, Alan, the opportunity to give your closing comments.
Well, I want to take my time off to say thank you very much, viewers, for watching me doing live musical performances, and I will look forward to continue again this year. Although this is my first performance for 2017, so if you wanna book me for any live musical performance at any of your events, for example, like weddings, anniversary celebration, fashion show, birthday bashes, or whatever you need, please give me a call or text at 650-7483, or you find me on Facebook at Alan the Real McCoy, and I will wait for your response.
Okay. And yourself, Salim, do you have any closing comments you'd like to share?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank all the companies and the public that have come to try Scubble, whether it had been for a birthday party, a charity, or whatever. Thank you for supporting me and for, trying out this new fitness sport. If ever you need...
Sorry.
Sure.
Good night, caller. You're on live.
I am asking how much would it cost to book a family reservation for 1 day for tournaments, the balloon, the bubbles?
Yes. If you're under 18, it's going to be $10 per person. If you're above 18, it'll be $15 per person, and you're going to have 30 minutes of play, half an hour, right at our bar field if you're in Belize City.
Where are you calling from? In Belize City?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So right at our bar field.
Yes, right at there's no entrance fee, there's just the game fee, nothing else.
Thank you very much.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome. All right. So because you will be busy too, Salim.
Yeah. So you could find us on YouTube as Scubble, Facebook Scubble, and Instagram as Scubble_Belize, and you'll see the many videos and many pictures of a lot of people that have come to play and get a good, nice, fun workout out of it. It's fun, fitness, and togetherness, and they all intertwine. You can't have workout without the fun, and you can't have the fun and the workout without the togetherness. So hope to see you guys soon.
Definitely. And while I had other persons that I know would have wanted to be on the show, I wanted to give both of you the opportunity so that we didn't dilute anything, no?
That's right.
And but there's a lot of other persons out there who have their own businesses, who are going through rough times, all right? And that's real. And that is why I believe that this show is very important to also inform persons that if you're not willing to put in your work and understand that perhaps the first year or even 2 years
That's right.
may not be successful.
Yeah.
It may not, you may not break even. That's what you'd say. You may not break even. But you have to believe in yourself, put in the work, have the work ethic to understand that yes, this particular period is a knowing period. People may not know who you are, but that's where the marketing comes in, and you have to push. And once you deliver the product well, word of mouth will also help.
That's right.
Free marketing.
Free marketing, word of mouth, free marketing.
All social media.
Social media is at your access. As long as you have internet, and many places you don't even have to pay for internet, you can go and get the internet free. So if you can't afford that initially, that medium is also there. There's different places you can go and get free internet, so utilize it. The point is, I would want to see many more Belizeans taking up the opportunity, and I call it an opportunity even though it's a risk you're taking. It's a risk because whatever resources you may have to put into your business venture, you may lose it or you may not lose it. It's a risk. However, there's a satisfaction in knowing that you did not just play it safe and always forever saying, oh, I wonder if I may start my own business, if I may, if I may love my life better, or what if, or I wonder if my life may be happier. I hate my job now. I hate my job. I hate going to this job. I don't like my boss. I wish I was working for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's the cry of many people. However, if you're not willing to take it up, and whilst you may say the market is sorry caller, I see you, but you can call back though. But once I lose my train of thought, sorry.
I'll just add on to that.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to fail. Fail is not really negative. If you'd watch, let's take an easy example, a kid that fails at a game. What do you think he says? No, I'm gonna do better this time. You want that kind of attitude when you fail. What can I do better? What can I learn from that failure to make me move forward? So failure is not necessarily bad. It's actually something that enhances you to be more positive or to work harder for what you want.
Exactly. It's from the get-go. So if you feel that you're going to be successful from the beginning, and that's all you're thriving on, not understanding that you may fail, then you may run into some serious problems, because there is always that possibility, and you don't want to get yourself all crazy. Oh my God, I fail, and that's the et al, and you give up.
Yeah.
There's no room for giving up. You may take a step back, regroup, but you have to get back to whatever you're attempting to do, okay? It will pay off, but you have to keep focus. And if it means that you have to regroup, seek out possible business partners, seek out further help, seek out further guidance from those individuals who have been entrepreneurs, and see, whilst I may say, okay, well, a professor can teach you certain things. A professor can teach you certain things, but no professor can teach you how a business is actually run. No professor understands that unless that professor actually has had his or her own business. Again, I want to say a repeat of the show will be done tomorrow, Thursday, and Monday. As is usual, we normally news, so I believe at 4:30 it will be, or I believe, yeah. And so you will be able to watch a repeat of the show. And we will also be posting it on the Zenaida Moya YouTube channel and Facebook page, so you can always go there and watch it. Look out for updates, suggest further topics that you would like to discuss. I want to thank our advertisers who is making all this possible. Zetro International, Universal Hardware, Moya Shepherd and Company Limited, and Norte Vision. Thank you for continuing to support this initiative of empowering, educated, and informing our Belizean people. Thank you to the viewers and the callers by making this show a success. Sorry to those who I had to cut off. There were 2 of you. Sorry, but when you call in, the noise, we couldn't hear you. So I apologize for that. But next time, feel free to call in and just turn on your radios. Thank you to the Norte Vision production team. Doing an outstanding job in producing the Zenaida Moya show. And also to, let me take this last call. Good night, caller, you're on live.
I want to congratulate both young men. I think that Mr. Alan in particular is very good with the saxophone. The other guy as well, I wish you well.
Thank you.
Excellent job, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, exactly. And thank you, my son Kelvin and Natalia, for always inspiring me. And when I say these 2 children inspire me, I mean it. Just like how I am sure you have inspired your parents, and they, as someone had put it on Facebook, you grind a bit more.
That's right.
You push harder. Your life, you push harder. I have done that for my little Kelvin and Natalia because you want the best for them. This show also is always to discuss positive things and see how we can do betterment for ourselves and Belize.
That's right.
Because we want a better Belize and we want a better livelihood for everyone here. So that is why I say they inspire me, because I know I have to make sure that things are righted for them, things are righted for my family, my friends, everybody, and Belize as a society, Belize as a country. All right, I invite you back here next Wednesday, same time, 8 p.m. Until then, have a safe and blessed week. God bless you all.